In everyday life, I had very little joy. It seemed to me that life wasn't so interesting. My life has developed very poorly. I had a lot of problems, and I was going round in circles with those problems, misfortunes, illness, failures in life, and the doldrums of mine when I could not, in general, obviously while having no joy, look at these problems with joy. And when I read Sergey Nikolayevich's books, I saw that he gives specific instructions on how I could work on myself to improve myself and improve my life.
It is a very important decision to be looking for joy in a dreary routine or in the most terrible event. Changing herself, Tatiana began to understand that people around her have changed their attitude towards her too.
Well, the first changes took place very quickly. Literally, within several months, there were obvious changes. When my attitude changed, you know, it's the most important thing that the problems remained, but my attitude changed. And, believe it or not, when your internal state is improving, then the world around you is little by little beginning to improve. I think that her life in principle, kind of in general and relatively, has straightened out. She has become very calm, and now she reacts in general more calm in life situations. And it helps me too that I have no conflict with her, because she just reacts calmly. It's kind of an inner peace.
And when the situation became more favorable, and Tatiana was able to feel happiness, life offered her a new trial. Her daughter was diagnosed with a severe health issue: infertility.
Of course, it's not just her concern. It is the continuation of the family. It is a very serious problem for the family, and it's probably my fault too. Well, that she cannot have children. I mean, the doctor said that she didn't even have a chance. That's why she went to see Sergey Nikolayevich. When she returned from the doctor visit all swollen from crying, she did not want to talk to me for 2 days. She was extremely upset because she let me know that it was shock therapy which made her infertile. Suddenly, it was a turning point in her mind when she all of a sudden began to understand her problems. Of course, I remembered him because he was fairly harsh. And, in just a word or two, he gave me the opportunity to understand how I can change my consciousness.
Sometimes, in order to help yourself or a close person, you have to step up to the very edge, spell out the situation as it is, without fear and without gimmicks, without hiding anything. Only at this moment, many of us can really understand our own problem.
Because, well, as the saying goes, joy in general indicates that the person has some progress inside, that they can criticize less, condemn less, see less of the negatives in life, and try to see some positive moments and treat people better. I mean, well, that's a good attitude, and kind of more tolerance to people. That's the most important thing that she could do. And here we are. My daughter, after 2 years safely by herself, gave birth to her own daughter. My granddaughter is now 3 years old. Of course, I understand that problems still exist. She's got problems. My granddaughter's got some problems. But anyway, there is a chance, there is an opportunity to continue to work, and there is, generally speaking, a chance to improve the situation in our family.
When we come to people with love, when we communicate with them as we would like them to communicate with us, then we come to understanding and harmony, while the resentment and aggression disappear.
I am very happy. Of course, I understand that there is a lot to hold in the future, But you know, this happiness, it kind of no longer depends on outside problems. You know it can happen when a person is happy, and when someone is making him upset or angry, he is losing that feeling. I mean, it is necessary to achieve such a state of inner harmony, peace, and happiness when, inner feeling and happiness received from each, maybe minute, every moment. And whatever happens, whatever the relationship, it is always necessary to understand that it is given to us as a trial and not intended to tread us down somehow or humiliate or offend. Well, yeah, it is a test, it is a task which we must complete. It's just how to get out of this situation so that you would not lose your inner harmony and happiness.